Looking backward and forward in every which way, Amy had to admit that dating Banana Brad had marked a new low in her love life. Still, she wouldn't trade her brief relationship with the guy who wore humongous fruit costumes in public for someone less memorable. Because now she was ready for anything. Like Derek, her latest boyfriend, greeting her at the door of their apartment dressed in nothing but tighty-whities and a sliver of pepperoni stuck to his right knee. All right, no biggie. After a long day of faculty meetings and budget reviews, she was up for a few laughs. "How's it going?" she asked him. "I've met someone," he said, as eagerly as if he'd spent the last 8 hours without human contact, which was usually the case. Seriously, it was like coming home to a lonesome puppy. Yesterday, he had babbled on and on about Monet and his water lily paintings before she'd even pulled the key out of the lock. Monet, not Monet, she'd mumbled under her breath. Monet is the artist who painted water lilies. "Hope you're hungry," she said. "I've got takeout." He popped the pepperoni from his knee into his mouth. "You're not listening." "Sure I am." Amy breezed by him and dropped the china castle bag onto the kitchen counter. Spending an hour in the Honda service station, only to be told that her Civic was a goner, required an immediate infusion of wine. She looked in the refrigerator, its shelves crowded with cartons of restaurant leftovers. "Where's the bottle of Merlot?" Derek leaned against the doorway, arms folded across his bare chest. "We drank it." "We did?" "1 glass, flat on her ass," described her tolerance for alcohol. "I don't remember, though I guess oblivion is the price of inebriation." "Another famous quote I'm supposed to know, Professor?" "What?" No biggie, I was just..." "Nothing's a big deal to you, is it?" "Let's see," she said, closing the refrigerator. "Unreliable cars, the slow, agonizing death of print journalism, the gunky glue on labels that sticks to things forever." "Ha, very funny." She was going to tell him to keep his shirt on, but he wasn't wearing one. "I'll open the Chardonnay. Want some?" "It's all yours." His undies were in a bunch about something, but where the heck was the corkscrew? Amy checked under the dirty dishes in the sink and peeked into a box with a half-eaten pepperoni pizza inside. Derek routinely left things in odd places to, as he put it, exercise his creativity. The only items in the recycling bin were a cream of mushroom soup can and the empty bottle of Merlot they had presumably drunk. Finally, she found the corkscrew beneath yesterday's pile of mail. A copy of the literary journal, The Rustic Review, addressed to Dr. Amy Marsden, was on top of it. She'd been a subscriber ever since they published one of her sister's short stories last year. She opened the journal and read aloud from the table of contents. Escarpment, by Joe Marsden. Derek grumbled a comment and snapped the waistband of his briefs. "It's not my fault if you ran out of clothes," she said. "It was your turn to do laundry. Don't change the subject." "There's a subject?" She rubbed her forehead. The apartment always reeked of varnish and wet rags, giving her a perpetual headache. Like his idol, Jackson Pollock, Derek dripped paint onto huge canvases. But from interesting angles, he had assured her when he showed her his work for the first time. All of them were untitled, a lack of commitment she applauded, if not necessarily the paintings themselves. You either got Pollock and Derek, or you didn't, she supposed.